All right, stop typing because we're going right into this shit.
Bobby.
Yes.
Ba-
I'm not relaxing.
I really like the ringtone for Skype.
It's not that bad. All
It's
right.
really good.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Bobby, I better get something out of my system.
Get the what?
I have to get something out of my system before we start.
Go.
Holy fuck.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of Breaking Bells. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my favorite, most beautiful co-host in all the land, Chelsey Capri. What is up, Chelsey?
Bobby, I got ready this morning, 4-hour show.
Mm-hmm.
And it freaking snowed here. Like, snowed. And like, you live in
Nobody
a state
cares right
that
now.
you get
Nobody
snow.
cares right now.
I mean, I'm just saying. I actually, tried to be presentable for our show today, and then the snow ruined everything.
Listen.
Anyway.
So here's okay. So this is kind of funny. We were supposed to record last night, and I messaged you like an hour before, and I'm like, "Listen, would it be alright if we just push this off till tomorrow? Because I'm not feeling it." And what the topic we're supposed to talk about, and we'll get into all that stuff too. But like what we were supposed to talk about, I was just like, I'm not feeling it, and I feel like it's gonna be a bad show. So we got to figure out what we're doing here. We got to redirect what's going on. And you're like, absolutely perfect, good. And then it was the best thing we could have done.
I know, right?
Like
Man.
It worked perfectly. Because could you imagine if this happened today, and we had to wait a week to talk about it?
Well, because I try not to talk to you about things, right? Like, when they happen?
Yeah. Because you want to save the conversation for the show, yeah.
So I wouldn't have been able to talk to you for, 6 days.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
This worked out well.
So, for those that are living under a rock, if you're watching this, you're actually listening to this podcast or watching this podcast or whatever you're doing, and you don't know right now, Animal Crossing just got announced for the Switch. So finally, man. Oh my god. I was wanting this at E3 so badly. And I'm like, now I'm mad because I'm like, you could have shown this at E3. You could have shown this at E3.
Yeah, but that's so Nintendo.
I know. They do what they want to do. They don't do what we want them to do. I gotta fix my chair for a second. There we go.
Good, while you're doing that. Charlie, go in your house.
So
Doug's claws are too long and they're clickety-clackety. Charlie, in your house. Go on, your house. Get in your house.
In your house, Charlie.
Charlie, go in your house. She's coming to me. She's walking
why are you
towards
calling
me.
her? Stop saying her name. Leave
No,
her be.
go in your house. They're semi-well-trained dogs.
Yeah, okay.
Go to your house.
Get Link down there. He'll straighten them out. So then I watch it. I watched it live.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. I streamed the whole thing. So I had 30 people in the chat with me. We're hanging out, watching this thing, and it starts, and I'm like, oh my god. I see Isabel, and I'm like, it's happening. It's happening. And then they trolled, and I was so upset. I literally felt rage coming throughout me, because I was like, I just want to flip this desk over right now. I'm so mad that they did this, that they got me. That they knew what I wanted, and they got me.
I sent you my rage.
Yeah.
You're like, you need to watch this. And I'm like, Bobby, for real? That's not cool.
And then, because I said to you, watch to the end. And you did. And was the payoff worth it?
Obviously.
Let's not get excited over there. You're just like, obviously.
I don't even know. I feel like it's been so long for me that I'm excited. I'm over the moon. But also, what is, they announced it for 2019.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Does that mean, next Christmas?
No, I think it means summer.
It's a
Because,
ways away.
Okay, so you didn't watch the Direct. They announced Yoshi to be in spring of 2019. So, and then they announced Damon Ex Machina. That's going to be in 2019. They announced this in 2019. They announced a bunch of stuff for 2019 in this thing. I think it's going to hit late spring, early summer, and that's about the time that you want the game, because that's when everything's happening. So I'm good with that.
Yes, but I game in the winter. Like, I want it now. I don't want to wait. I want it in January. My birthday's in January. Let's just have it come up.
January, listen, January is the worst time to play that game anyway. There's nothing to do. There isn't nothing to do in the winter. There's no fish out. There's no bugs out. It's the worst time to play that game.
But it's a great way to start, because you're getting all the bugs and the fish that you don't care about anyway, that you're going to catch all year long. So you get those ones no matter what. And then you get excited for the spring.
If I'm not mistaken, New Leaf hit in the spring.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm okay. Listen, Chelsey, I'm okay waiting. Because
I'm not.
Because here's the thing. We got it announced. And that's the thing I wanted more than anything. I just wanted to know that, yes, you're working on it. Yes, it's coming in this year. In that, next year. I'm happy about that. Like, I'm ecstatic about that. Who knows? They might come out and be like, February, March. We don't know what. Like, they're just saying 2019.
That's right around the corner.
We don't know when they're
deal with that.
Yeah. So, what I will say about it, though, is this. We don't know what the game looks like. We don't know nothing about this game. So now I'm like, I want the next Direct. I want to know what this thing looks like. I want to see stuff. Like, I'm so amped up for this. It's not even funny.
Do you think it'll be a lot like New Leaf? Like, I picture it a lot like New Leaf, which I'm okay with.
If they took all of New Leaf and then added things to it, then I'd be home run.
I bet you they do Home Leaf mixed with, like, Home Designer.
You mean New Leaf?
Or
New Leaf mixed with Happy Home Designer.
Happy Home, yeah.
Well, you didn't play the update, did you?
No.
Okay.
So, we figured that I haven't.
Okay, so you know how you can move furniture in the update? I mean, move furniture in Happy Home Designer?
Yeah.
You can move furniture the same exact way. Which is awesome. It makes it so much easier than grabbing and sliding. You just pick it up and move it where you want it to go.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, that's much better. I don't think, and maybe you will actually get to design people's homes. But, I mean, regardless, and we can get into that, maybe next. This is what I want to do. I don't really want to talk about what we want from this game till next week. Because what I want to do is this. I want anybody that's listening to go into the Discord and tell us what you want added to the game. And we'll read that off as well. So we'll do a whole episode of just like what we want from this game and to go forward with it.
Yeah, that sounds good. I may not seem pumped. I'm just tired. I'm so pumped. Like, Link and I were watching it, and I was like, I can't even believe this is real. I can't even believe this is happening. Okay.
So, I send you the link, right? What were you thinking when I sent you the link?
Well, I figured it probably has something to do with Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Just because, we have an Animal Crossing show. Yeah. We were recording tonight. You're like, you should watch this, watch it now. And I'm like, well, I'm at the doctor, but I will. Yeah. Stop pressuring me, Bobby, to do all these things and watch all these things. And then I got home and I'm like, well, obviously it's Animal Crossing, but I honestly thought, like, I didn't want to get my hopes up that it was a Switch announcement.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking.
Yeah.
And then when they did the Isabelle in Smash Brothers, I was like, I thought that was you
trolling you. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care about, like, I don't play Smash at all. Yeah. Given, I might now, because I love her.
Yeah.
Like, where's my little girl? Oh, where is she?
Up there, top shelf. There you go.
She's so cute.
Anybody wants to see my reaction, you go right on YouTube and watch the whole thing. Like, I was just sitting there like, I was mad when that went down.
I know, right?
And then I went to, like, just ecstatic. Like, I was literally shaking. I was so happy. Like, I was like, this is insanity right now. I can't believe this is happening. But, so that's
Oh man, what if they release an Animal Crossing Switch?
That's what I'm talking about. Because
Oh.
in this direct, they showed off the 2 Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
Switches, and they announced a
Which?
Smash one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
So if you look at that big picture wise, there's a good chance. Man, if they released.
Oh, that would almost suck because, like, I don't want to buy another one.
No, I
but
will.
might
I'll
have
buy.
to.
I'm actually right now starting to save. I don't care. I'm gonna put
But it would
$400
just be the Joy Cons, right? Like, because I don't care about the dock.
No. I want it all. I want it all. I want
Okay,
the dock.
but for me,
Chelsey.
I have a family of 4 to feed here.
Yeah,
I
but
can't just go buying Switches.
but
But if they have the Joy Cons, I'm all for that.
First off, you need to be irresponsible once, because Sean's always running off buying PlayStation 4s
everywhere.
and Xbox One X's. So it's okay for you to turn around to Sean and go, "This is what I want. Get it for me."
Here's the thing. Sean would be like, yes, of course, get it now.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
And he doesn't, like, pay attention to our finances like I do.
Well,
I pay the bills.
Well, okay. Well, then you need to just look the other way one time and let it happen.
Well, my birthday's in January. Christmas is coming.
There you go. You just tell people to start giving you Amazon gift cards.
Yeah, EB's better.
Whatever you need to make you happy, you get. But I'm just saying, I'm ready for it.
Don't need another Switch though, Bobby. But you've seen my 3DS. My 3DS is killer.
See, here's the problem. All I'm hearing is I don't need. That's not what this is about. This is what you want.
Yeah, but then what am I going to do with my Switch? Like, Link's too young to have a Switch.
Trade it in. Get rid of it.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? They probably will. When all these new versions come out, they probably will have, like, some kind of trade-in deal. So, we'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up.
Day one.
Oh, look, that Pikachu Switch, speaking of custom Switches.
I want it.
I don't like Pikachu. Whatever. I'm not a Pokemon fan. But those yellow Joy-Cons are pretty cool.
I like them.
I like them a lot.
Here's the thing. You can buy them from Japan, too. And that's what I was going to say to you. If you just wanted to go... If Animal Crossing came out and you just wanted the Joy-Cons, well, you could buy them from Japan. But
and it probably won't be as much as another Switch.
No, they're like $100. They're not that bad. I mean, Canadian is probably like $1,000.
I was gonna say, like,
but like, you know, this is what you get. You have a beautiful prime minister. I have an ugly one, but I don't pay as much money as you do, so I'll take it.
You know what? The difference in our taxes isn't that much.
Yeah, stop, please. We're not going to get into this. We're not going to talk about this. So essentially, like, yeah, if they do the bundle, I'm in. And
yeah, bundle.
Like, if they did the whole bundle, like,
yeah, because see, the time you buy the Joy-Cons for $100 and whatever dollars, and then you buy the game for $100, you may as well just get the Animal Crossing Switch. Yeah, you've sold me, Bobby. Done buying it.
Tell Sean.
Sean, buying the Switch.
Pre-order it now. It's done, Sean. So that's okay. So that's where we're at with that.
I love that we just assumed I'm buying an Animal Crossing Switch, and we have no idea.
We don't even know if it's coming. We don't even know. But okay, so you would think that they would.
Have to.
I mean, they've done. So and this is why I think they're going to do one. They did 3 3DSs. They did the original one that had the leaves and stuff on it.
That was mine.
Okay. Then they did one that I bought for Happy Home Designer. That was the faceplate one. And then they just put out a 2DS that's awesome in Japan, but it's only in Japan you can get it. So for me, I don't even care. Like, if it's this is the thing. If it's Japan only and it's exclusive to Japan, I'm importing it. I don't care. Now that might be the nail in the coffin for you, where you're just like, no. But I'm doing it. I don't care.
Does it still work the same?
Yes, they're universal.
Cross region or whatever it's called.
They're region free. You don't have to worry about it being locked behind. That's why I just bought this stupid baseball game the other day, because I could play it on my Switch. So, you know, that's the nice thing about the Switch. You're not locked behind anything. And then the minute you set it up, you put your region, and then boom, it just unlocks it. So that makes it nice.
I need to look up the Animal Crossing 2DS. Pardon my typing for a second, because I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's nice. I mean, it's not gorgeous, but it's nice. It's nice. It's a 2DS XL.
Oh, that's super cute. I like that a lot. The green?
Mm-hmm.
The green and the off-white. I like that a lot.
That just came out.
We're getting Link a 2DS for Christmas, but like the old style one, because the hinge, kids break shit.
Yeah, but you think he's the right age for that, or you think you're just trying to drum it in his head already?
Bobby,
you're just trying to drum it in his head already.
First of all, that's like the one thing I hate more than anything. Do you think he's old enough for that? Hell yeah, he's old enough for that, because you got to introduce these things young.
Oh my god, the kid he just started walking like a month ago.
I'm putting him on skates as soon as I don't want to go skating pregnant, because I'm not quite the skater I used to be.
Yeah.
But when I'm not pregnant anymore and I have a baby next to me, I'm going to teach him how to skate. He's going to learn how to skate before he's 18 months, bud.
My god.
Because we're Canadian.
Yeah, well, that's different. That's like walking for me. So, okay. We got that out of our system. New Animal Crossing.
Ooh, I wonder if they'll have new amiibos and stuff, too.
I'll buy them.
I know. No one likes Animal Crossing amiibos. I was so stoked for them when they came out.
I have every one.
Yeah, me too. I even have, I think Isabel has 2 outfits.
Mm-hmm. I have both.
Yeah, me too. I think I do. I don't see her, though. Huh. Doubting myself now. No one likes them, but I like them. Like, look at them.
Yeah, Cap'n. I love Cap'n. Well, so I was talking to Toby about this the other day. Now, you probably didn't mess with the cards.
No, I didn't get into it.
I did. I completed Series 1. Got a good portion of Series 2. And 3 and 4 I really don't have much of. And the other day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start collecting them again. I'm gonna finish it off. Can't do it. Them things are so expensive now. It's not even funny. Yeah, man. So anybody that's listening, if you have Series 2, 3, and 4 that you're looking to get rid of, let me know. Maybe we'll work a deal. I'm not looking to spend a lot of money, but still, yeah, I'll be fair with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's
That's why I never got into it. That's.
I'm regretting it now. That's the problem
for me.
That's the problem with me. Like, I'm regretting it. So I'm like
regretting getting into it, or regretting not buying.
Not buying the rest of them.
Yeah,
because I was right there on the verge of it, and I was like, I should have just kept pushing forward. And then I was like, no. And
so you got to complete. This is the problem with amiibos for me.
I have all the amiibo. I have every single one.
So do we. And it's a problem. We don't have the space.
Well, I don't care about space. I just keep buying them.
This wall is full. Sean's podcasting room is full. They're just everywhere, and I can't stop. We've given you open yours. They take up way less space.
Yeah, I open mine. Them. So I open all mine because I'm like, they need.
No, you don't. I could see there's one's Pikmin behind you's not open.
That's because that's for somebody. That's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It was a giveaway. Somebody won that one.
What's the one right behind you?
Right behind me?
Right there.
Oh, right there? That's another giveaway. That's the Splatoon ones.
Right.
Now, I do have a couple that are still in box, right? They're Japanese ones. And the only reason why is I like the Japanese. But I have the American versions, and they're opened.
Do you have the Monster Hunter ones?
I have all them.
Yeah, I got those from a client. They're pretty sweet.
Very, very top up there. I love them.
I think I want to open ours, because they are mine.
They're awesome.
I got them as a gift for doing an engagement session for a friend.
The nice thing about them is you can actually take the riders and move them around.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can change them up and put them on the monsters you want to put them on. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's sweet. Cool. Yeah. I never got into that game. I need to try that again. There's so many things I need to do, and this baby.
You got to do one thing, and that's called Animal Crossing, and that's all that matters right now.
Yeah, but it's not out.
It'll be out, and that's all that matters.
I do have my 3DS charging right now.
Dude, I can't find my 3DS. What? I went searching all over the place the other day. I think it's in the spare room. That's my mission this weekend, is to find my 3DS. Because I wanted to start playing Animal Crossing again. But I won't now. I won't. Because now that this new one's coming, I don't want to be tampering with myself and mess up my... I like to go in fresh. And I did that one other time for Wild World to City Folk. And I got bored of City Folk very quickly. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, okay, I could see that. I actually really, really, really want to set up my GameCube and get that one going again.
That would be awesome. So this movie that we watched.
Bobby, what the hell are you doing to me?
Oh my god! Did you watch the whole thing?
What bugs me the most about this, Bobby?
Go ahead.
I gotta tell you.
Go ahead.
You're like, watch this anime. And I'm like, I don't really like anime. I hate subtitles because the only time I watch TV is when I'm working.
Wait a minute.
And I have it on my second screen, and I'm not really watching it.
You're rewriting history. You're rewriting history.
Yeah. So I tell you all this, and you're like, well, just watch it. Yeah, it's short. And I'm like, all right, I can do this. And you're like, it's all right. It's not the best, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
all right, Bobby, I trust you because, I don't know why, but I put my trust in you.
But that was fair assessment.
You said you could barely get through it.
I remember when I watched it a few years ago, for some reason I remember... You know what it is? The beginning is very slow.
Oh my god, it's so slow.
But when you hit the point...
No.
No. When you hit the point when Sally leaves, dude, it starts to get like real... I feel like it gets better at that point.
That's like 50 minutes in.
I know. No, it's not 50 minutes in.
It's pretty damn close.
It's
First of all,
yeah,
after about 20 minutes, I'm not going to lie, I started to work, and I'm like, I'm just going to try and
the beginning
recognize
is slow.
Japanese
the beginning is
words
hard,
here.
man. The beginning is hard to watch.
So I kind of skimmed through it, but then as you saw on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I wanted to show Sean the torture that you were putting me through.
And then links.
And by the way, that's the other thing. I learned how to Chromecast it after I watched it, which was not helpful.
That was shout out to highly intelligent Jared.
Yes.
Jared.
It didn't work. The way he wanted me to do it didn't actually work.
Little side note, Jared, the one that taught you how to do that or whatever, he actually did the intro to the show.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I love the intro. I was just saying Sean how much I love our intro. It's
awesome.
pretty sweet.
It's awesome. So,
his way didn't work, but anyways, I downloaded an app. It ended up.
But you got it to work.
Showing Sean.
Yeah, so you got it to work.
Link was like hypnotized by it.
That is
like,
so funny.
And I thought, well, because sometimes something new comes on and he'll watch it for like 5 minutes and then he's gone. He watched. So the first clip that you sent me is I think 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He watched that like solid, and then when it stopped, he kind of looked at me like, "Is that it?" And I'm like, "Okay, we can watch part 2, I guess." And so I put part 2 on, and he's just like into it. So I'm like, okay, maybe this kid speaks Japanese, and like I don't even know.
Maybe he
like,
does, and you don't know. Maybe he's just
right.
Maybe he got
like,
changed.
We think he's speaking gibberish, but really he's like totally fluent in Japanese.
Yeah, he's just like, or maybe he just understands what the animals are saying.
Right, he's like, because we always talked like that to him, by the way. So I think he knows the Animal Crossing language.
Yeah, he's got it down.
So not only did I watch this show, Bobby, once, this movie, I then watched the first half of it a second time.
Well, if you would have done as I told you to do, I did send you a link that you could have watched the entire thing in one straight run.
That I couldn't Chromecast, even with your friend's help.
Okay.
But the clips I could have. The clips actually were quite easy to Chromecast.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was brutal. That was... And then at the end, I'm like, okay, I've clearly not been paying enough attention, because, like, Sally's there, and she's so heartbroken when Sally leaves, and I'm like, okay, did I miss something? Is this, like, some new age stuff where... what's the girl's name? The main character? Yeah.
It's AI.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how you say it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so is she gay? Like,
no.
And so I was so confused.
No.
I'm like, okay, I think she's like heartbroken that her girlfriend left.
No, she's what it is. Cause
they're just very emotional.
No. Apparently, you didn't really pay that much attention.
Well, I did at the end. I realized they're best friends, and she's heartbroken, and she wants to follow her dreams of being a home designer, whatever.
Stop. What happened was, she was supposed to go to the going away part or to say goodbye, and she didn't. And Sally was at a going away party and realized that I didn't show up, and she was really upset. And then she left town. Well, then the cat, I don't know the cat's name.
Blanca? No, that's the wolf.
Went looking for I and was like, how could you leave her? Like, I seen her so distraught that you left, that you didn't show up at this party. That's all she wanted was to see you before she left. So then I runs back to the house and realizes she's gone, and that's it, and I can't see her no more. And that's when she starts to have the meltdown, because she realizes she didn't see her go away, but she realizes too how much she let her friend down.
Yeah, the other part of this that was really painful was all the yelling in Japanese.
There's
There's
a
just
lot of
so much yelling.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Just tone it down a touch.
You could have turned the volume down a little bit.
Oh, I didn't even matter. It's ear piercing,
Yeah.
those shrieks.
Yeah, they do yell a lot.
And Apollo, they really make him kind of an asshole in this whole thing, don't they?
He's kind of is in the game too. He's stuck up.
I will give it a few positive notes.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously really like the music.
Okay. Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Straight from Animal Crossing.
It's basically straight from there, yeah.
And I did like the little, almost like little waves at Animal Crossing fans, like
little Easter eggs. Yeah, if you played the game, things are gonna happen. Yeah, little things are gonna happen, and that's what I found the first time watching it. That's what I found. I started to become more excited to be like, oh, who's gonna show up next? Like when KK shows up, I'm like, that is so cool. And then, you see KK, and then Wendell shows up on the beach, and you do that, and then
I thought of you with the walrus, by the way, because we were just talking about him.
Yeah, and then the astronaut shows up, and it's like, dude, there's absolute little nods to Animal Crossing fans that are just like, hey, you got this. This is cool. Like even Mr. Rossetti shows up, and it's like.
I did enjoy him a lot, I have to say.
Yeah, and
I enjoyed him probably more than anyone ever should, and maybe I'm just overtired. I also enjoyed just the little things, like when she's in the coffee shop and he serves the barista's the owl guy. When he serves the coffee and he goes, "This is about 80% to your likings." I'm
Brewster. Yeah, Brewster's. I love Brewster. He is so awesome. And yeah, it's it's one of those things that like. You watch it, and it's just like that as an Animal Crossing fan. And that's why the only ones that'll like this are Link and Animal Crossing fans. Like, because...
Well, this is where I struggle. I'm like, maybe I'm not the right host for the show, because I thought I was a really big Animal Crossing fan, and I'm starting to doubt myself here.
But the thing of it is, Chelsey, is it's not... and I told you this it's not a great movie. What I like about it...
No. You take a step back. You did tell me it was a great movie.
No, I didn't say great.
Okay. You didn't say great, but you implied that it was good.
I said it was good.
For good is even a stretch.
Won't you stop it? It's
good is a stretch.
It's a decent movie.
Decent stretch.
If you're an Animal Crossing fan and you watch it and the Easter eggs start showing up, it makes it enjoyable. And the music, like you said, the music is pulled straight out of the game. I love the music. I literally, this is no lie, I go to bed every single night to Animal Crossing music.
It's relaxing.
It's relaxing. It's just soothing.
If you like Animal Crossing and you are an anime fan,
then it's
100% you will love this movie.
Yeah. It's definitely not
like anime
for everybody.
Very much.
I don't like anime either. But for me, I looked at it and I was like, okay, what can I take from this? Don't get me wrong. The second showing through, it was garbage. I shut it off midway through, and I was like, there ain't no way. There's no way. That's why I messaged him. I'm like, dude, I can't do this.
I know. By the way, you messaged me after I had watched the hour 23 minutes.
Well, that's fine. You needed to watch it one time. I've already watched it once. It was years ago. Tony and I watched it. She enjoyed it. We both were like giddy little schoolgirls, like sitting there, like, oh, look at this. And maybe
if I watched it with someone, if Sean and I watched it together, and like we got any enjoyment out of it, maybe that would have changed things for me. But
Sean's not a big Animal Crossing fan, so I don't think he would be into it that much.
No, but he's into kind of anime sort of stuff.
Yeah,
he plays those weird Japanese games, and I'm like, what the hell are you playing?
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
The songs do get in your head, though.
Yeah, they do. The songs are definitely, and that's the crazy thing. Like if you go back from the beginning, the GameCube, every Animal Crossing has different music. Every single one has different music in it, and every single one is catchy music.
Mm-hmm.
And I love New Leaf. The changes every hour, the music is just so. And I'll be honest with you, what I really love about Animal Crossing is like, say, from the 10 p.m. to like 2 a.m., that music is just perfect. It's all
Your
real subdued and real...
blows my mind.
Why?
I don't know. Sean talks about this too. Like I don't remember these things. Like, by the way, I'm currently downloading an Animal Crossing soundtrack.
That's fine.
Or you know what I mean.
For me, I think because I liken it to certain things. Like I look at, that's how I am with video games. Like the reason why I can remember certain points of video games is because I link them to moments in my life. And as weird as it is, like, the crazy thing is, New Leaf especially is, for me anyway, it's a huge link to Tony. It's a huge link to a lot of fun times with her in terms of like, but like as well listening to the music, because I remember playing it like just laying in bed at night, and she would be playing and I would be playing, and it's just like we're both playing different games, but we're both doing the same thing. And then so there's always, and then the other memory I have that's big time with Animal Crossing New Leaf is every time we would go to Disney, I wake up at 5 in the morning. And whether I'm on vacation or not, I get up at 5 in the morning. So I would get up at 5, and I would go down to the food court, and I would sit there, I'd get a cup of coffee, and I would start playing Animal Crossing. And I would play Animal Crossing for 2 hours, sitting there in the food court while they're setting up for the day, and they're walking around. And as soon as I look up and I see a bunch of kids coming, I'm like, okay, it's time to go. And I'd shut my 3DS, I'd go back to the room, and then I would open it up and I'd play again for a little while. And then Tony would come and Tony would wake up and I'd be like, okay, let's go do our day. And the crazy thing about that is, so I did that every single day, right, in a Weird Air for 9 days or something. On the last day, the one woman that works there, she walks up to me and she goes, I'm going to miss not seeing you here tomorrow.
Aww.
And I was like, what? And she's like, you've been here every day. And she goes, and I will remember that forever, that this is your seat, that you came down here, you played games every day. And I was like, wow, that was pretty cool. But it was,
Aww.
so it was, and then, so I always look at it from those perspectives. Like,
I know, because you have an amazing memory. And
no, it's not amazing. It's just I link it to things, and that's
I can't link things. Like I can link it to things all day long. It doesn't matter. I don't remember. I don't remember what I was playing when I did something.
I do. I just, it's just the way I am. You know
I know, because you have a great memory.
It's not a great memory. It's an okay memory. It's a shame because I get nervous. Like, do I remember this? Do I remember that? Like, but sometimes things hit me so hard that, like, when the stories come back, I only have about 5 or 6 really good stories, but they're really good stories. That's what helps me. Yeah, so the movie overall wasn't the greatest.
No, I do not recommend it.
I will say it again though. Tony Baker, thank you for putting the whole thing together for us.
Yes.
I really appreciate that because, dude, I didn't even ask him. He was just like, "Hey, I did this thing," and I was like, "What?" And what I want to know is, because Tony, like you said, you made your wife watch it, but was she ready to kill you when it was over?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Or maybe she was like Link and totally into it.
Maybe she was. Maybe she was just like, "This is the greatest thing ever. Thank you for putting this in my life."
Said no one ever.
Well, you don't know, because you are very negative when it comes to this type of
No,
stuff.
I wanted so badly to like it. Honestly, if it wasn't subtitled, I probably could have enjoyed it a little bit more because I just don't like sitting down and watching TV. Like I'm not capable of that.
Because it forces you. It forces you to watch it a particular way. You have no two ways about it, and that's just. So this is what Tony Baker said, because I said, "Oh my God, thank you, Tony Baker," and he said, "No problem, bud. I made my wife watch it last night, LOL." And she's like, "Why is this happening? Why is that? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Who's this guy, Tom Nook? And why does he have to force this girl to work?" And I'm like, "Because Animal Crossing. That's why. Got to get her playing with me. Animal Crossing comes to the Switch, and she'll understand exactly. Like that would be my thing. Like, do you have now?" Because now's the entry point. And I think that this is the easiest game. Like, if there's someone that's not necessarily into games, this would be the way to get them in. You know what I mean? Like,
I think so.
Like, Animal Crossing is a very casual game. in terms of like it's menial chores. You do them every day, and the next thing you know, you're like so hooked on it. And it's not, and that's the craziest thing. Like I hate doing the stuff that they do in Animal Crossing in real life. Like I hate it. Like I don't want to pay bills. I don't want to, I don't want to do none of that.
I want to garden.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly, and so it's like,
I have to get an update from Johnny to see if he likes it, because he was playing it for a while there.
But he hasn't said nothing since.
He hasn't said a lot. The things he has said make me think he's not into it. I don't think he doesn't like it, but I definitely don't think he's into it like we are.
No, and you know what? It's to me, Animal Crossing is a little bit of a slow burn.
And that's why I like it on a mobile system, right? Like,
well, that's why I think I'm gonna like it with it the way it is with the Switch.
The Switch is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I agree. And the crazy thing is like you start to play it, and I think it's one of those games like you go into it for one reason, and then the other stuff just slowly creeps up on you. And next thing you know, like you're in love with this game, and you're like, "What just happened?" Like where?
And I feel like you don't even realize you're in love with it. Like the first time I played, I'm like, okay, I'm playing my game, whatever. Like I don't know if I like this. And the next thing you know, like that's all you're thinking about is, oh, it's 11 o'clock. I gotta get down there for the fishing contest.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
then,
used to
2 weeks later, you're like, what the hell's wrong with me? Like, I am literally scheduling my real life around Animal Crossing time.
Is that crazy or what? Me and Tony used to wake up the day of the fishing tournaments, and like, we would fish. Like, we might have stuff to do. Like, there might be barbecues or family functions, and we're like, no. We're going to fish.
We're actually busy.
Till noon, and then we'll go to these family functions. Like, forget this. Like, and that was the whole, like, I wanted to win the gold trophy and stuff. Like, I'm going to win.
Oh, my best friend's getting married, but
gold trophy's more important than any marriage. Sorry. Ain't going to happen.
Yep.
But it was a thing. Like, you say, you start to work yourself around. Anybody listen to episode 1, like, that's how, or episode 0, whatever episode she was on, that's how we would discuss how we got, like, she made me get a second Wii because of that. Because, like, it was one of those situations where it was like, no, I need to fish. No, I need to fish. No, I got to fit. Like, there's stuff that I got to catch. And it gets into that thing. Like, that's why the 3DS was so nice, because it was relatively cheap. We both could afford one. And then we didn't have to worry about that nonsense of like, oh.
And why wouldn't you just, like, having your own 3DS is
it's just
more than just, exactly. Like, it's not really a shared system anyway, so it's perfect.
Exactly. So, for me, but this is even better, because I'm just like, this is how bad it is, Chelsey. Like, I'm saying to myself, okay, if I get Animal Crossing for the Switch, if they have a Switch, I'm actually debating the Switch console being my streaming console, and my regular console being my own me playing. So, because the way I was thinking of doing it was having 2 towns and having it where one I just play when I stream and that's it, and another one that's actually mine and I do what I want to do with it and treat it how I want to treat it. But I'm like, this is madness. Like, what am I doing? Am I really debating having 2 towns?
I don't think that's that crazy.
I do, because this is what'll happen. I'll go and I'll catch fish, and I'll be like, okay, I've caught all the fish in this hour. Oh wait, I got to go to my other console now and fish on that one. Like, no, man, I got to talk myself out of this, because that's really where I'm leaning. I'll be honest.
I'm going to talk you into it. That'll be my goal. Because you've talked me into a second Switch, and we don't even know if it's announced yet.
No. I'm definitely getting the second Switch. I'm saying having 2 towns.
No, I know. I'm saying that you've convinced me on that.
Okay.
It's my turn to convince you on something.
Okay. Well,
the ice cube is just not melting in my mouth.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's fine. So that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably have... I totally plan on, like, literally just streaming this game all the time.
Can we co-stream?
Yeah. Why can't we?
We should do that.
We can.
Because guaranteed this is going to be a...
This is what we do. It's real simple. Like, I don't know if you...
That'll be what the show turns into. Is well, like, okay, we don't have time to actually do the show anymore because we have, like, towns to run here.
Yeah, we're going to... Yeah. The way... So, Jams, my co-host on the Co-op Kings, what we do is we both stream. He streams on his channel, I stream on my channel, and then we have this thing, I forget what it's called, but it actually, we send that link out, and people can watch both streams at the same exact time.
Nice.
And then they click a tab, and they can go into both chats, and they could be in his chat or my chat, whatever they want to do, and they could type in it. So that's what we got to do.
Maybe it's not like a constant thing, but maybe it's like in one episode a month.
Yeah, we just do that.
We just stream instead.
Do a live show, and that's what we do. That would be awesome.
Sweet.
I'd be down for
that.
That
will be awesome.
I'd be down for
that. That'll like force me to at least put a little bit of time into the game with, being a mother of 2 children.
Well, the nice thing too is like we can also unlock achievements and stuff together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things of like, oh, spend time with your friends or do this with your friend, because they have those badges. I don't know if you realize that Camp Scout guy that used to come, and I used to love that. That's why if they ever put trophies, that would be the game. Right? That would be the game that I would lose my mind trying to accomplish all the trophies in that game.
Don't get me excited about things that aren't going to happen. My heart can't deal with it.
Stop it. Just stop it with this hard stuff. This is the second time you said that to me tonight. Just stop.
I know.
Just funny. Stop. The last thing I want to talk about before we wrap this episode up.
Yeah, because I have cake waiting for me and I'm pregnant, so just keep this in mind.
What the hell, man?
Yeah. Vanilla cake with chocolate brownie chunks in it.
Please stop.
And vanilla icing.
Please stop, because I'm trying to be healthy again. And
being healthy.
You aren't healthy. Well, you're pregnant. You have a reason to not be healthy. I know.
I'm just like enjoying the next 2 months, because then I'm like going hard trying to get my old body back.
Yeah, I gotta get my old body back. Anyway, so the last thing I want to talk about was Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Mm-hmm. Did you play this game at all?
So it came out at like the perfect time in my life, because I was breastfeeding Link like a billion times a day, and there was nothing like I couldn't play my 3DS or my Switch really when I was breastfeeding him. It just wasn't really easy to hold everything.
Yeah.
So I was on my phone constantly. I'm like watching stupid BuzzFeed videos that I'm like, I don't even like this, but somehow I'm watching it because I'm bored out of my tree. And then Animal Crossing came out, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. And it was so perfect, because I was feeding Link every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which is like when the tasks would be up, so it'd be perfect, because I'd do my tasks, and that would take me, I don't know, half hour, which is usually about how long it would take me to breastfeed Link, put him to bed, or whatever, and then 2 hours later, 3 hours later, it's like, oh, I got to redo those tasks. So I really liked it a lot, but it was short-lived for me. So
for me, for me, I actually I jumped the gun, and I went and created like an Australian account so I could download it early and I could have it. And then they because people were like, well, once the American version comes out, you then you sync the two, and everything you've done will stay. And I was like, okay, I'm in. So I did that. But the problem was, I just felt like, and I only got it like a couple days early. It wasn't like it gave it to me like months in advance or anything. It was a couple days early before it got released in the United States. So I really didn't want to get too deep into it, because I was like, well, I don't want to ruin it, because I do want to spend time with it, and I did want to do stuff on YouTube with it and stuff. And I was like, real quickly though, I was like, I fell out of love with it very quickly, because I just felt like it was a taste of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the taste that I wanted. Like, it was
for something on your cell phone, like, because I know a lot of people agreed with you on that. And for me, it was, I know I'm not going to get a full-on Animal Crossing game on my cell phone.
Yeah.
I had very low expectations for it.
Yeah.
And so when I downloaded it, I'm like, really? You are getting a lot of what you get in Animal Crossing. Like, it's a lot of the tasks and a lot of the time and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's already kind of fading in my memory here. I don't think you could fish or anything, right?
You could fish, but you could either throw a big net out and catch a bunch of fish at once.
Right.
And you went to certain fishing spots, but it was nothing like fishing because
Yeah.
it was like the minute the thing hit, you hit the button and boom, it pulled it in. It made it all simple. Same thing with catching bugs.
Yeah,
because you would just
I
click the
remember now.
bug and it would catch the bug. Everything was real easy compared to
And it
what
was
Animal
very.
Crossing
There
really
wasn't
is.
like the catalog of fish and bugs
No,
and stuff.
you're not
that you could
cataloging
get.
stuff like that. No, you're not. You're basically catching that stuff so you can then go feed animals or
Yeah.
give different animals things that they're looking for that would unlock more stuff. And it just wasn't.
I enjoyed my time with it. I spent probably a month with it,
Okay.
and that was good.
Yeah.
And then eventually I realized I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm just gonna uninstall it, and I haven't looked back. But
My problem with it was, and I'm not saying it's a bad game because I probably put a month into it, the same. And then real quickly what happened to me was it was just one of those things where I was just like, okay, this isn't for me. And it wasn't even that. It was one of those things of like, I just so badly want a real Animal Crossing, and this is just a tease.
Yeah,
and it's
I
not.
agree.
And it's not. It's making me more angry than happy to play it. You know what I mean? Because it was just like
But do you play anything on your cell phone? Like
Pokemon
actual
Go now.
game-wise?
That's it. Okay, typical games like I'll get a game like Super Mario Run. I played it through. I beat it. Never touched it again. Uninstalled it. Done. There's games I'll play and I'll play them for like a few weeks and then I'm done because they're not to me. And I don't want to sound like this elitist where it's like, oh, that's not the real way you play games. Like, but it's just,
No, I'm the same way.
it's just not the experience that I want playing games. I want to be able to play. I don't like the short-lived. I feel like they're doctor's office games.
Yeah, totally.
Like, it's when you sit down at the doctor's office, you're waiting for your appointment to come up, and you got 5 minutes to blow, and that's what you do.
Or if you're my doctor, you wait an hour in the waiting room. But anyway,
Oh, stop it! Never mind.
my doctor takes forever.
But for me, I look at it and I go, I liked the concept. I liked what it was doing. I liked the camping aspect of it. I liked how they had the campers and the RVs and like you could decorate them because they were like your houses. I liked all that aspect of it. I liked also the 3 penguins or whatever I think they were, where they had the automotive shop where you could change.
Oh yeah, I like them a lot.
I thought they were cool. I was like, man, because I'm really hoping that in this, if they do take anything off a New Leaf, they keep the campsite there. Because I would like that. I would like the fact of like, hey, here's the campsite, and you can actually park your RV there and do whatever with it. Like,
Okay, I gotta play the updated version here.
You really do, because it's actually.
I'll try and do that before our next show.
Exactly. So, oh my god, I missed that. Okay, so I got to get into that in a minute. So the cool thing is like it's good. It was good while it lasted, but I just wanted out of it very quickly. I just didn't want to dive.
For me,
in.
cell phones are for like solitaire and like other sort of puzzly games where I can play for 5 minutes and complete something and be done. Like,
And that's exactly. You know what I mean? It's one of them quick shots, and that's it. Like, there's nothing that I play on my phone that is like, oh my god, I gotta play it. Like, other than Pokemon Go. Like, Pokemon Go really got its hooks in me again, and I'm like really into it right now.
I never got into it. I did a little bit. I had a pretty decent walk from my car to my office at one point in time.
Yeah.
And there was this church, and it always had good Pokemon on my route.
Yeah.
It was okay. But, never really got into it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Sean did. Sean got pretty into it for a while there.
And I did too when it first came out, and then I was like, I'm done with this game. I want a story behind it. And then I left, and then I came back because of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, they changed this whole game. There's so much to it now. And I'm like, I'm in. And now it's actually fun now to play. So I think we're good. I think we basically hit all the topics we wanted to discuss this week, right?
Bobby.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing is coming out for the
I
Switch.
can't wait, man. I am so
I I don't want to wait. See, I don't like announcements this early.
You know
It
what?
gets me excited, and I
This
just
early.
can't.
It's next year, and they just didn't say what part of next year.
No, it's not going to be. It's going to be, like you said, it'll probably be summer. It's going to be 8 months from now, and I don't have that kind of time.
At least, listen, how would you feel?
Sounds like I'm dying. I do have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of patience.
Okay, so if I said to you, you had your choice. Comes out in late spring, early summer.
I don't like these choices. It's so stupid.
It's not
Obviously,
stupid. It's not stupid.
Game.
Well, then stop complaining.
I'm not complaining.
You are complaining.
I just want it now, Bobby.
I want it now. I gotta have it my way now.
Bobby, I should just hang up on you.
And
then what?
Then I just feel like I'd wrap the show up on myself, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like, I guess that is all, folks. So, Chelsey, let the lovely people know where they can find you at.
You can come see me on Twitter at Chelsey with a Y, Capri like the Sean, 23. And that's pretty much it. That's where you'll find me. If you want to see me stream, if you want to see anything good, just go there and I will direct you from there.
Are you streaming anymore, or are you done with that?
I might stream this weekend, actually.
Okay.
And I might stream Skylanders.
Really?
I know, right? Link was watching the Skylanders show on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of got me itching to play, so...
I didn't tell you I bought it for the Switch, did I?
No.
When Toys R Us was going out of business.
Nice.
I messaged Sean, I'm like, dude, I don't know nothing about these Skylanders. What is this? So he was like...
Is it the Imaginators or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't played that one.
I don't know. I bought it because it was so cheap. I think I paid like $15 for the set.
Nice.
And then like I got like the Crash Bandicoot one.
Yeah.
And then I bought like a couple of things for like, I think I paid like $40 for for all of them. I got like five, six characters. And I'm like, that would, because when Toys R Us was going out of business, everything was like just dirt. Well, they were
not a business here, so...
Which is good for you, because that kind of like was depressing. Whatever. It is what it is. So you can follow me over, go to nintendoguru.com, check out everything over there. Twitter, Instagram, at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.
Bye-bye.
That's a much better ending. I like that. I don't have to edit it out.